What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Lucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee. I'm back with another NXT review. Spilling the NXT. It's been a long while since I've done one of these. NXT moved to Tuesdays, so kind of hard for me to do them. But yeah, I'm back with another one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and we got some stuff to talk about as always. Here's my handy dandy notebook. My cliff notes for NXT. I didn't watch the show. I work literally Monday through Saturday, so nothing I see besides the thing, the the highlights. So from what it looks like, NXT with some good stuff. We're gonna talk about a couple of things, and that's some under talent being able to shine, women killing it as always, Samoa Joe being fantastic, a new North American champion, and a road to Great American Bash, which is next week. So we're going to get into this. So first, we're going to talk about, unfortunately, there was a match with Mercedes Martinez and Jake Atlas. They teamed up in a mixed match challenge against Xia Li and Boa. Xia Li and Mercedes Martinez has been having a little beef since Mercedes beat Xia Li back in mixed match challenge, but she wasn't. I think she wasn't like grateful or anything, or she didn't honor her or whatever like that. So they had this match, and Xia Li had the upper hand on Mercedes because Mercedes wanted to be hypnotized by Tian Xiao, and she got clocked really hard in the head. She collapsed and said that she's going to a medical facility. So hopefully she's okay. Prayers up to her. They stopped the match. I think she somehow instinctively kicked out really early, and then the ref would just threw up the X and called the match for her, something like that. So hopefully she's going to be okay. Send best wishes to Mercedes Martinez. So first up we got Ari Sterling and Asher Hale getting themselves time to shine. They went up against Cameron Grimes and Roderick Strong. I think Ari Sterling, I think he faced Roderick Strong, and Asher Hale. No, I lied. Ari Sterling faced Cameron Grimes, and Asher Hale faced Roderick Strong. This was. I like when WWE does this, and NXT especially does this. They don't make these squash matches. Like, they let them, obviously it's extended squash matches because obviously we know who's going to win. But for NXT, and they did the same thing with Zoe Stark. They did the same thing with that one girl whose name I don't remember, who beat Toni Storm that one time, but then lost to Zoe, or lost to Io Shirai or something like that. Or Saray. She lost to Saray. They let them, put in a little bit of work, so they'd be like, oh, you look out for this person, if they see him again, and they'll talk about, oh, this person had that one match against Roderick Strong. He didn't win, but he showed that he can do, he can do some stuff, and that's pretty much what Asher got to do. He got to show off some stuff. Ari Sterling got to show off, he did a inside backflip thing on Cameron Grimes. He did this weird thing where he popped his knee on Cameron Grimes. That was some good stuff. Asher Hale got to show some technical abilities against Roderick Strong, who's really physical this whole time. So it was really good to see that they got their time to shine. But in the end, of course, Roderick Strong wins with Diamond Mine. They're probably building him up to take that title off of Kushida, which would be fine because Roderick Strong's great. And Cameron Grimes had his match. He won with the cave in, and then LA Knight came out, talked about that he was a natural born loser. He wasn't built to win. He was talking about he helped. He cared too much about Ted DiBiase not winning the title. He said, "Hey, I wanted to be champion because I wanted to uphold the legacy, take it to new heights and stuff like that, in honor of him and stuff like that." He said, "How about me and you next week have a title match?" And then LA Knight was like, "Oh, you want to see me and you in a title match? Yeah." And then Cameron, "Yeah." And he kept doing that, "Yeah." He was like, "No." And he walked away. And then when he went to come back, he was like, "You know what, matter of fact," he was like, "I somehow got to misplacing my sunglasses on my way here. I kind of misplaced my keys to my Ferrari." He's like, "You know what? You want to face me next week? No problem. Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight for the title. But if you lose, you will be my butler." And Cameron Grimes was like, "Man, I ain't got no problem being the butler. But after next week, you're going to call me champion. He's going to take me to the moon." And Cameron Grimes is going to lose, and it's going to be great because seeing vignettes as Cameron Grimes as a butler is going to be hilarious. So they're probably going to do some stuff where he does what he says. He's going to help him win some things. And then when it gets too bad, Cameron Grimes is eventually going to take that title from LA Knight. But yeah, it's going to be great. Good stuff from them. Next up, women galore. Tag team triple threat was fantastic between Chauncey and Chauncey Ember, Raquel, Dakota, and Saray. Nope, just kidding. Io, I want to say Io and Saray because I wanted to be a tag team, but Io and Zoe Stark. It was good stuff. A lot of flying action. Everybody getting their stuff in, hitting each other with moves and eclipses and go to kicks and jumping off of things and flying off of stuff. That's exactly what you want. Raquel being dominant, showing her power. This was just a lot of fun. A lot of people thought that there was going to be a fatal four-way with those four in there for the title, which wouldn't really make sense because there's only those four strong teams. So you have Zoe and Io win. You continue to feud with Ember and Chauncey and Raquel and Dakota. And then after that, maybe Chauncey gets a title match, and then maybe somewhere after that, Raquel turns on Dakota, or Dakota turns on Raquel, and they find more tag teams for them. But for right now, I think this is good. I liked the win that they got. I liked that the way came and it was like, yeah, hey, Zoe, after we beat you next week, watch your back because Io has this like short temper to go lash out at people when she loses, and then Io was like, well, you've never beaten me, and next week you're not going to beat me again. We're going to take those titles from you. And then she was like, yeah, we'll see about that. That was good stuff. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to win, so it would be interesting to see if Io does turn. She doesn't really need to, but I mean, I would a little mini feud going into that before SummerSlam, or going into SummerSlam to put Zoe Stark over on her way out would be really good. I think it'd be great for Zoe Stark, and I keep saying that Io's done everything she could do. Like, she's been the champion, she's held it, she's carried the division. Now they got Raquel, and they got a good line of women there, so I honestly don't think that she's needed. You got Saray there now that she's gonna face Toni Storm for the just for bragging rights, and they can easily be the next contenders after Chauncey to challenge Raquel. And then Tegan Knox will probably be back. That might be what the battery loading thing. You have Kaylee Ray, who just lost her title. She might get a rematch from Mako, but she has also had the title for 9 million years, so she probably outgrown NXT UK. You got probably Priscilla Kelly and a whole bunch of other people who just signed that can be in UK to challenge Mako, so that'll be good. So they got a lot of things going on for them. So Io could definitely go to the main roster because they needs it. They needs them some people for main roster. Next up, Samoa J. I meant to say Samoa Joe is the best, but I just twirled my words. Samoa Joe is the best. He was around a couple of times. First time, I think, was with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. They came. They was going to go face to face. Samoa Joe came out. He was like, "Hey, I just want to make sure that nothing crazy happens like it did last week, so you guys, continue." And I like this because, Adam Cole normally, who's just like cutting people on the mic, which he's been doing lately. He's been letting. This time around, he let Kyle O'Reilly, get his shine in, get his moment in. It went a little personal. Adam Cole went after Kyle O'Reilly's wife, saying everybody, including Kyle O'Reilly's wife, knows that I'm the best. I ran NXT. I ran the Undisputed Era. You're not better than me. You're obsessed with me. And then Kyle O'Reilly was pretty much like, how I beat you. I sent you to the hospital and you came back and you attacked me, so that doesn't make sense. You don't make sense. Adam Cole is pretty much like, you're obsessed with me, you're jealous of me. Everybody knows that I'm the best. And then Kyle O'Reilly got serious when he talked about his mom. So he talked about my wife again. I said my wife again. I'm gonna take you out. And then Joe got in the middle of it, and then he does this. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything, but I'm going to swing anyway. So he went to do that and almost swung at Joe. And Joe like, oh no, he didn't. And he went after, and then Kyle O'Reilly put him in the heel lock. And he was like, hey Joe, like, come on, help your brother out. Like, you're not supposed to be touching me. And then Joe just looking at him like, yeah, yep, Man, I got a crook in my neck. Oh yeah, I'm about to go out the ring. He looks back, and then he told security to go after him late, and then Kyle O'Reilly was already off of him. Good stuff. We're getting Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole, and we're getting Samoa Joe versus Karrion Kross, and I like both of them. Speaking of which, Samoa Joe got involved again. Johnny Gargano jumped off on Karrion Kross, who did that to him last week. And then, Karrion Kross came out and said, all right, I got you, tit for tat. I did that to you last week. You did that to me this week. No problem. Not mad at that. He was like, how about you come do it again when I'm not, while I'm facing you. Johnny Gargano pretty much was like, I'm Johnny freaking Wrestling. I run circles around you. You're not on my level. You think I'm just going to come in there? No, I'm smarter than you. And then Austin Theory comes out and attack him. They jump him. They kind of try to double team him. Karrion Kross overpowers them. And then Karrion Kross. One thing I like about Samoa Joe is I kind of like that he lets him fight a little bit. But when it gets too out of control, that's when he comes out. Like they was double teaming and he was fighting. And he was like, what it is. But as soon as he got the steel steps, that's when the security came out with Joe and he was like, hey, all right, now you need to relax. And then when he held him back, Johnny Gargano super kicked him and they left. And Karrion Kross and Samoa Joe had that stare off at with each other. So that was all good stuff. And then they were about to because Austin Theory jumped him. He hit him with the car a couple of times. Like, you're not on my level. I told you I'm better than him. And then Karrion Kross came up, choked him out. When it was about to run him over, I guess him and Scarlett had the thing. Was like, yeah, let's run him over. That'd be great. So they backed up and they went to drive forward. And then Joe was standing there and like picked up Gargano as he drove away. He was like, you know what, Johnny? I think this week you kind of pushed him a little bit too far this time. He told him to come on and dragged him out. That was kind of cool. No Samoa Joe and Pete Dunne face off unless it was somewhere during the show, but that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I like that Joe's in this. He's great. I assume that when he probably can wrestle, he'll probably take out Adam Cole. He'll probably beat Adam Cole. and then Adam Cole will go to the main roster, and then he might be the one to take the title from Karrion Kross, and have his third actually, reign as NXT champion, which will be great because it's the best. Yeah. So after that, they got some. They also announced that, so I don't forget. They announced that in 2 weeks, so after the Great American Bash, they're going to do another bracket for Breakout Superstar of the year. They did the one with 2019. They showed all the superstars where they are now, and now they're going to do another one in 2021. So Great American Bash, they will probably have Swerve versus Toni Storm, because Swerve said that she wants to have a match. She wants to fight Toni Storm. They have Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight for the title. If he loses, Cameron Grimes is going to be the Butler, which he's going to be. Women's tag team titles are on the line. The Ways, Candice, and my girl Indy are going to face Io and I almost said Toni Storm. Zoe Starks. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. And the tag team title match between MSK and Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa, which was another really good segment. Tommaso Ciampa, they were sitting down. They was telling them to respect them. It was like, hey, you guys are good, but hey, we're the champions. Toothless Timmy over here is one of the legends, and he deserves this. He said, me, I already elevate all the titles. Goldie, this is what I do. They tried to cut him off, and then Timmy was like, hey, you don't cut him off, you let him finish. And then MSK was like, no. With all due respect, we're the champions. You're challenging us. We're going to show you what respect is. We're going to make you guys respect us. And then he's like, I'm going to show you. And he pops Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa ate that. And then Timothy Thatcher went to attack him. And then Tommaso Ciampa pushed him back. And he was like, Toothless Timmy, relax, brother. And he went to Nash Carter. He was like, and he pretty much told him, was like, hey, I gave you a freebie tonight. Next week, we're going to take those tag team titles. So that's going to be good stuff. It's going to be interesting to see if MSK retains it by being heels. Are they going to turn them heel? One thing NXT is really good at is noticing, somebody's not with it. They'll turn them. So I wonder if they're gonna try to either just give the titles to Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa, and have them have a little reign for Grizzled Young Vets, or are they gonna turn them heel and show another development of MSK, which would be either way would be great. So we'll see what happens. And in the main event, Isaiah Swerve Scott challenging Bronson Reed for the North American Championship. Randomly during the show, Swerve said, "Hey, if you man challenge me for the title," and Bronson Reed said yes. So yeah, I'm sad. I'm really happy. I'm so happy for Swerve, because he was in that breakout tournament in 2019, or I think it was when he came in. I was like, oh, I love this guy, because he was Killshot, I think, and Lucha Underground. This dude was so dope, and the whole Swerve thing, and being so close to having all these title opportunities, be so close and not winning. Finally seeing him get that title, man, I was so happy, man. The chemistry they have aren't really the best, but this really. I think with this, it showed Swerve was more confident. With his, he knows his character. He has this down pat. He was more confident, even though that he knows that Bronson Reed's the bigger guy, just chopping his chest off, sitting on him with the bonsai drop, doing all this stuff, and he's still with the confidence, knows that he was gonna win the title. You know, it was great. In the end, they tried to do the distraction. They didn't do a distraction throughout the whole show, but throughout the whole match. But towards the end, they were trying to do some distractions. Adonis got involved, and then Big Top Dollar tried to get involved, and he tried to spear him, but Bronson Reed like tossed him over the barricade, and then Adonis went to go check after them, and then Bronson Reed, boom, tossed him over. He goes inside, boom, house call, pops him, 450 splash, 1, 2, 3, and new NXT champion of the North American side, Isaiah Swerve Scott. I was so happy. It was so sudden. They talk about Bronson Reed being on main event, being backstage on Raw. So this could be a thing where Vince McMahon, you know, he loves his big boys. He's like, I love me some Bronson Reed. I want that boy right now. So that could be a thing where that happened. And they also did announce that they're going to do their celebration at Great American Bash next week. So the show is going to be stacked. This card was stacked. One thing that I want to say real quick. First of all, Swerve Scott is one of my favorites. I'm glad he's North American champion. There's a lot of heel factions going on right now. You got The Way, you got Hit Row, Legado de Fantasma, Diamond Mine now are heels. So I think I would think that the most natural thing right now would be for, I think The Way are slowly getting, like, cause Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory, I think they're slowly getting them to turn babyface, and I think it would be great if Legado de Fantasma, because they've been getting cheered a lot too, turns babyface. So you got a balance between the babyfaces and the heels. I think Legado versus Hit Row, fire, and maybe The Way versus Diamond Mine. I don't know how that would work probably though, because Diamond Mine was supposed to have women, but they don't. But I don't know. But I think it'll be. I think it'll even out the thing if you get those two as baby faces. But yeah, or Hit Row versus The Way. That would be great. Hit Row versus The Way. That'd be great. But that was the show. That was NXT. What did you guys think? Did you like the show? Did you not watch the show? I thought it was great. So happy for Isaiah Swerve Scott. Hit Row is going to do some great things, and the good thing about Hit Row is, like, even if he loses, like after he loses, he's going to be so good enough that they can have all of them win singles titles too. Like, you have B-Fab win the NXT the NXT Women's title eventually. You can have Adonis win the Cruiserweight title. You can have Top Dollar win the North American title, and you can have Swerve win the NXT title. You can mix it up where he's NXT champion and North American champion. They have the tag team title, and she has the women's title. You can do a lot of different things with Hit Row, and it's all gonna be fantastic. Hope they never split ever. That's it. See you guys in the next one. I'm out.